onboard live start. Let's run it, baby. If you smell what the Nitro gang is cooking. We got the Nitro gang out here. What's up, Nitro gang? This is the last Redcat Nitro you could still buy today, and I will be doing my best to make sure that it is great again. Now, this particular one was donated by David Watkins to the channel. Thank you so much. I will do my best to restore this, fix it up, and make sure that it is running rich and loud like Redcat intended it to do. Now, in the back here we have an Exceed Nitro Rally Monster. This in fact was one of the first Nitros on my channel, and I've done a lot of awesome videos with it. Why do I have this one here? Just to show you that Redcat, Exceed, HSP, all of these 1/10 scales are basically very similar chassis. Now, this one is a 1-speed, is all you need, but that is okay. Now, in the previous live video, I started this up, made sure that it was running nice and rich, and the reality is, you cannot kill an SH18 engine. And also, a while ago, I did another video about top 5 Nitros that I wanted you guys to tell me which one you wanted me to buy. And this, in fact, was one of those that I considered getting at the time. One of the main negatives on Redcat is they use PVC bodies. As you could tell, the side of this body is completely crooked. Now, when these things heat up, they tend to bend. Now, maybe it was left out in the sun, maybe it got too close to the pipe, it wasn't running rich enough, it was too lean, and you know, the PVC body here bent itself. Now, I have a heat gun. I will try, now this is just a test run, I'll try to heat this back up. I sure hope it does work, because I don't want to have to buy another Redcat body, because either way, it will still be crooked over time. Now, I've put together a couple clips here from a video I did a while ago where I talked about the 5 Nitros I was highly considering getting. This Redcat Volcano S30 was one of them, and luckily, they are still in stock right now. It was on my list of top 5 Nitros. So take a look at some of these cool little clips from that video, and then we'll get right back to making this great again. But for now, you know what? Let's take a look under the body. Oh, we got a lot of Nitro going on here. Aluminum tuned pipe. SH18. You just can't kill it. Now watch these clips and I'll be right back. What's up, Nitro gang? Today, you're gonna be helping me pick out a brand new Nitro. Now luckily, HPI is back. Traxxas is still selling Nitros. It seems like Offna's going to be back in the market with a USA one. There's the Hobao brand that is basically the old school Offna. I hate saying Hobao. It makes me feel terrible on the inside every time. But they do have a couple options. I put together a list of a couple items that I'm looking for in terms of what the purchase has to be, and then some things that I am not looking for, which I'm calling exclusions. Some may apply. Whatever it is I wind up buying out of the choices I've put together has to be in stock right now. The second thing, not Banggood. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I think you know I have a good share of Banggood Nitros.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. He's the phone man. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
For option number 2, we are on the Redcat Racing website. I will go to vehicles and we'll do a search for what I'm looking for. Unfortunately, the search results only contain one Nitro. But this is a video about which Nitro I should buy. So one of the main qualifications, in stock, yes, we could buy it now. It's a Nitro. It's under 300 bucks. And it's in stock. Right? Looks pretty good. The body's a little funny looking, I will admit to that. I do like the suspension. I do like the wheels. The chassis is normal. It's what you would expect. It's an 8-shock layout. This is very similar to every other common Exceed and HSP. Does that mean it's bad? Not really. Let's take a look at some top-down views. It's a pull start, 0.18, you know, regular 10th scale Nitro single speed monster truck. You know, it's for the money. You're not gonna get any more features than this for the money, under 300 bucks. I'm surprised why they really aren't saying here that it's an SH18 motor, because I'm quite confident it is an SH18 motor. And I gotta say, you get an aluminum polished pipe, probably not the best pipe, but it is, you know, an aluminum pipe. You get a nice tubular header. It's not like a 90-degree header. It's already got kind of what I'm looking for. View standard parts compatible with this product. Let's see what it says. Okay, so we have parts. That's a positive. This the radio comes with. The basics, you could always get basic Redcat parts. There's absolutely no issue. Oh, I actually have this race cone set. They're pretty nice. Okay, option number 2. Looks like they have a video for us to watch. This is it running. I've turned the music off because the music is just so bad. Okay, yeah, here they're saying 3cc SH Nitro engine. I could see right here on top. So I'm surprised they're not saying the SH engine all over. For the money, it's pretty good. Here's a closer look at the chassis. Yeah, it's an SH engine. This is the last and final choice. Some of you, I know for a fact, will tell me to get this. Do I have it? No. But the problem is, it's not in stock. Let's take the body off of this Exceed Nitro Rally Monster, and you guys will see just how similar both of these chassis are. In terms of upgrades, I would say the Redcat chassis is a better model. Not only are the shocks substantially better, take a look. The shocks actually work on this one. This one, no matter what you do, you get super bouncy shocks. It's always bouncy, no matter what you do. And yes, I did tune it with proper shock oil. This Exceed comes with a plastic pipe. It comes with a really bad looking 90-degree header. The only benefit of this Exceed Rally Monster is the 2-speed baby right there. You see that? We got ourselves a 2-speed baby. So it shifts really nice. Now this one, we have an SH18 engine. We have an aluminum tuned pipe. And we have a very nice tubular side exhaust header. Now the negative is we got a 1-speed is all you need baby right over there deep down in the chassis. Other than that, you know, wheels and tires, and of course we have, you know, 8 shocks all around on this chassis, which in reality, it's more or less just for looks and appeal. You really do not need 8 shocks. Actually just adds weight, and then you gotta buy more shock oil. Other than that, from the top-down view, both of these chassis are basically exactly the same layout in terms of length, the way the radio box is set up, the way the transmission is mounted, although this has like this you know, metal spur gear design that looks like it's highly overcomplicated. The one thing I do not like about both of these, notice how they mount the fuel tank. So this upper fuel line, which goes directly to your carb, is super close to this handle. Basically, you have a lot of crazy turns going on here. You can't really put in a longer length fuel line because there's just not much space. Well, you could figure it out, but for me, I have a very short fuel line, which is not ideal. You want to maintain about at least 6 to 7 inches here. Now, the same situation on this Redcat. Notice to get this fuel line routed right above of this handle, there's basically a 90-degree curve right over here on top. It's not very good. Now, if I route the fuel line under the bar, well, then it's going to be hitting this metal spur gear. So basically, you're stuck with a design like this. Not very awesome. I really do wish they put this fuel pickup somewhere on this side and would have it routed kind of like going like this. But, you know, there are no fuel problems. I've ran this particular Exceed for years, and never in my life did I have some kind of vacuum leak or fuel pickup issue. Now, make sure to get an inline fuel filter because these gas tanks do not have built-in filters. So this one has a good filter, and the compression on this is beastly. It's basically sickening beast mode compression. Listen to that. Oh, crazy compression. Crazy compression. The SH18 has a good amount of power. Now, I found some disputing evidence. On the Redcat website, it says you have 1 horsepower. On some other websites, I found the same exact SH18 claims to have 1.8 horsepower. I would say about 1.5 is appropriate. Now, we don't know the true horsepower ratings of Traxxas Nitro, so it's also almost impossible to compare. But I will tell you, The SH18 basically kicks ass. Many people will confirm this. You really can't kill it. And for a truck that retails for $260, you know, you're getting like a $120 to $130 engine right here. So that's basically half the price of the truck, and Redcat is stuffing that into the engine. So expect the rest of the chassis to be a little bit gimmicky. The servos, you know, they kind of suck, but they do their job. In fact, I'm still running the original Exceed servos on this one. You see that? Original Exceed servos. No problems really ever happened with this. So now let's do a little bit of radio work. You could see that I have no receiver box cover here on top. That's a main problem. So I will test out the stock servos before I go and replace them. Now I generally use these servos. These are very, very good Metal Gear high torque digital servos, coreless also. There are about 4 for $20 on Amazon. Guys, there's a link to this in the description to this video. And make sure, if you want, like, you know, restore older Nitros and you really don't need like super top-notch servos, these are rated at 13 kilograms, which is already super overkill for something like this. You know, even 13 kilograms is actually kind of beastly. It's sickening, some would say. You know, Michael and Zatari would say sickening, so to say. So let me get working on this, and then we will see how the electronics actually work. And by the way, for my radio, I will also be using the FlySky GT5. Also a link to this radio in the description to this video. Make sure to get it. It's currently retailing with a receiver for about $60 on Amazon. Now let me just show you before I bind it. We are in model memory 17. That's right. That means I have 16 other channels that are full of RCs. So all you do, you get yourself a receiver. You know, the receivers are like this 6-channel FlySky BS6 receiver. You pair it, it's super easy, includes a bind plug, and then you're running rich and loud and super safe at the same time. Okay, you have 6 channels, you could put on accessories, lights, whatever the hell you want. Oh, super windy, we got stuff falling. Let's get to work on this. Okay, let's sort out the electronic system. We have, basically I'm using a Traxxas on-off switch and battery pack. This is from a recent Nitro RC deal I did. This is why I like to buy things with plenty of parts, because you never know when you could use them. So we have the receiver, comes with a bind plug. You stick it all the way on top where it says bind. It's basically above channel 6 there. Stick that thing in there, plug in the power, any channel, and then just one of the servos. Now notice the LED on the receiver is blinking red. That means it is not currently binded. Now just keep this whole system on the way it is right now, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this bind button all the way in the left here. Hold bind and then power the radio on. It will automatically bind. Okay, so that's it. It just binded itself. And now if you go back to the receiver, you could see that you have a solid red LED right there. So it's basically binded, that's it. At this point, you could just remove the bind plug, keep everything the way it was. You know, you could power the radio off, put it back on, and it should be binded. Now we will just check to see if we have, okay, so we have throttle movement, right? I'm just going to change the channels because we have the channels reversed. So this is channel 2, and this is channel 1. That's it, guys. Did you see how easy that was to bind? Just hold the bind button on the remote, you bind it, boom, there you go. And now check this out. We have ourselves awesome steering. So I have to reverse the channels, of course. Okay, so throttle opens really well and brake supply very well. The main thing I kind of notice, and a lot of people tend to break the pull starters, and I'll tell you this is something to look out for at all times. If you go to use the pull start, which you always will be, right? Notice how close of an angle your pull start cord is right to the throttle linkage. Now, almost always people rub this against the linkage, and that causes fraying. And this is really how people wind up destroying the pull start. So when you're trying to use the pull start, you see how I am right now as I back up? Try to go straight up on the pull start. Don't go sideways like this. If you go sideways, you will be rubbing directly on the linkage itself, which guaranteed in a couple pulls will destroy it. If you take proper care on using the pull start and make sure that you're pulling it correctly up like this, not on an angle like this, which is usually where you're standing. You're usually standing on this side of the car, right? So it makes sense, geometrically speaking, that if you pull it, you will be pulling it towards this way. This is just some of the acquired Nitro Gang knowledge that I've gotten over the years. Now this radio, it has very easy servo reversing. This radio, super easy to use. Now let's check this out. So I'm going right and our wheels are steering left. So that means we need to do a channel 1 servo reversing. Now check this out. I'm going to do it right now with you guys on video. So we'll go into reversing. Right there on top, I've selected reversing, channel 1 steering. So right now we're at normal. We need to go to reverse. That's it. It's done. And now if I steer right, notice our wheels go right. Do you understand how easy this radio is to actually use? Like, get this radio. It's super easy. Also, we have Failsafe. Let's see if the Failsafe is set right now. So I'm going to turn it off. We'll see if the brakes are applied or not. Okay, so the Failsafe is not set. It is actually set to neutral. So what we need to do is set up the Failsafe. That is also very easy to use, and I will do it right now on video for you guys. So we'll turn the car back on. You know, normally I wouldn't really demonstrate stuff like this, but you know, for people watching this that might not know, pay close attention. So we'll go to Failsafe. It's all the way at the bottom of the settings there. Our Failsafe is on channel 2. So we need to go to channel 2. Channel 2. Notice it says 0%. That means it returns to neutral. Now what we want is brakes. So as I apply the brakes right here, my index finger is applying brakes. It will remember the brake position. I'm not doing all the way, I'm doing like most of the way. So I'm holding brakes. You could see the little slider bar right on the bottom here. It's almost at a negative whatever it is. So now we'll press set. So you could adjust it to, you know, I'm gonna do like 78%. As I release, you see the memory of the remote maintains it at 78%. So now what's gonna happen? When I turn off the radio, we should have exactly 78% brake force applied. Watch this. Boom, there we go. We got brakes. I don't want to go to 100%, only because a lot of times that will like overstress your servo and it could actually break it. You know, if your brakes are properly set up, there's no way that your wheel should be spinning at like, you know, about 78% or around there in terms of throttle movement. When we power back on, you know, everything is engaged normally. Now once again, I'll show it to you again. Boom, that's the Failsafe. You see that? Get this radio. It's guaranteed approved by the Nitro Gang. So the servo seems to be functional. I don't know if I'm actually going to replace it right now, but if I do have to replace it, once again, this is my preferred throttle servo in the bag. I'm not going to take it out because I want to show you guys how it actually ships. We have a whole bunch of linkages here. Get these servos. You're not going to be pissed at yourself. And now, that's it. That was how easy it was. The only problem is, of course, I don't have a radio box cover here, but I'm just going to stuff this in here and maybe tape it up for now, you know, and we'll sort it out. I just need to get a proper cover for this, or else I'll be using hot glue or something else here. But guys, super easy. And now, you know, look at that. Stock steering servo, guys. It's sickeningly fast. You know, look at that. You see that? Also, when you're moving the throttle, notice the pull start cord itself. It's constantly being moved. Now, it's no big deal. It's just the way the linkage is set up. I honestly don't really like the way they have it here. I prefer the Traxxas linkages. But over time, you know, even if you do break a pull start, these pull starts are super easy and cheap to buy on Amazon. They are always basically under $20 for SH motors. You're not going to find an engine with more aftermarket parts than the SH motor. It's just not going to happen. And now, let me continue making this great again. I will try to bend back this body. So let's power this on. I will probably use speed 1 for now, and we'll see how this goes. I have the body on the car. You know, let's hope for the best. I'm going to just try to kind of hold it in position like this. You see the natural position, it's pretty much terrible. You don't want to be doing this position. If you're with like off-the chicks or something like that, this is not the position you want. Okay, so let me just hold it like this. Oh my God, it's super hot on my fingers. Oh, it's melting my fingers, guys. We need some kind of alternate idea. So this is also not a good idea because it's now basically just going to take the shape of my screwdriver. So let me try something else. I will use this wood block. So let's do this. So you see what I just did? holding it with my finger, it bent it even a little more crookedly than expected. So this is what you get with Redcat bodies. You know, it is what it is. I mean, the body is a body. For me, I personally consider it like a basher, so I really don't care, just more or less protection. So let's keep doing this. So I'm going to try to just bend it like this. It won't look like new. Don't think it's gonna ever look new. But it's already heating up and it's taking form already. I could see it. You know, I'm basically just kind of perforating it. Oh my God, this is not easy, guys. So I'm gonna hold it like this. Whoa, it's super hot, super hot. Oh, I have to slide my finger like this. The kind of stuff I do for the Nitro gang, guys. Yeah, so this is not a good idea. Maybe if I move it around, it'll take place, it'll take shape. If I move it around, it looks like it's working a little bit. You know, not ideal. And it's also super windy outside right now, so that doesn't help. It's cooling it down. I'm doing it from a little bit further away now. It seems to be doing something. I could tell it's a little bit more bent back now. Yeah, it would work, but the thing is, you're gonna distort it if you keep doing this even more. Oh man. Yeah, this kind of stuff takes practice. It's not gonna be ideal, but watch this. It's already much better. Okay, so I think I will turn it off now. So yeah, it looks much better already. Check this out, guys. If I lift it up, it's basically almost straight, you know? It's still crooked, of course, but it's significantly better. You know, at least it looks like a 20-footer, you know? Definitely not an Acer bearings chick or an Offnet chick, but yeah, you know, it's no longer going way inside the body. In the front, we have a similar situation. The side of the body is also crooked going inside here. So whenever you're gonna be trying to mount it, you know, it's gonna be super annoying to put your body clips in. But you know what? I did what I could do. Later on, I will come up with a better way to do this. Obviously, if you had like some kind of pieces of wood or something's holding it in the back there and kind of someone else pressing it, that would be ideal. I'm making it kind of like makeshift here, and more or less this is just a demonstration. I don't really care about the body. All we care about is burning nitro, running rich and loud, SH18 baby. And I think this project is about to be finished soon, you know. I know this fires up. In fact, let me show you a clip here of it fired up, and then you will understand why you cannot ever really kill a nitro. Time to fire this up. Can't kill a nitro. Now that is a very good start. You see that? Okay, so the brakes are very good. Idle is set normal. Nice and rich. Nice and rich. Let's lower the idle a little bit. I'm just adjusting the idle with my throttle trim. Very nice. Let's lean it out a little. And we'll raise the idle set screw a little. I'm going to raise the idle a little bit too with the set screw. Alright. That's better. So this idle is a very low, steady idle. As low as possible. You cannot get any lower than this idle, guys. This is the bottom of the barrel idle right here. Just a little bit of running, okay? We have no air filter right now. Very good response. Two-wheel drive. Look at that, two-wheel drive action. onboard live start. Let's run it, baby. You just can't kill it. Look at that idle. SH18 Redcat, baby. Making Nitro great again. See you guys later. Mission accomplished. It idles so nice. Let's go. Brakes are great. No problem. Flipping is nothing.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Oh yeah. Here it goes, baby. So far, I'm alive. if you smell what the Nitro Gang is cooking.
Your girl so fine, but her breath is like, whoa. She say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to. Whoa.